have your attention, please? May I have your attention, please? Welcome to the Burn Unit, starring the amazing Johnathan, and his co-host is Bruce Block. I'm your announcer, Skippy a la King. Jonathan's not quite ready right now, so I'd like to tell one of my favorite jokes. I just came back from the doctor. The doctor said, Skippy, you're going to have to stop masturbating. I said, why? He said, because I'm trying to examine you. Well, it looks like Jonathan's ready. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime!
Burn Unit with your host, the amazing Johnathan.
Welcome to the Burn Unit! Starring the amazing Johnathan. We're already technical, difficult. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Burn Unit. Please welcome the amazing Johnathan.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Hey, Bruce.
Nice seeing you, my friend.
Nice to meet you.
Well, you can't see that.
Yeah, whenever I see a wire going up
Well,
to
you
the
can't see
ceiling,
that, Jonathan.
Yeah, well, I know, but I see it, and it makes me nervous. Like,
yeah, you should be scared.
Yeah,
the things that you can't see on camera.
Yeah, well, when I do that, there's a bucket of water over your head.
We have the flying Walendas are on top of us right now. So
yeah, they know who the flying Walendas are. Let me put on my real coat here. Your microphone is
fucker.
That's like heroin to a comedian.
I've seen it.
Not that I've ever done heroin. So,
dream.
Once.
You know.
Yeah. So you went to see.
Well, yeah. I saw. Let's talk about Lady Gaga's vagina.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
I was very fortunate. I have a friend who is a dancer for Lady Gaga, and she was here playing at the MGM Grand. No, he's actually the only straight dancer in the show, and she announces that in the thing, and he gets the privilege.
She announces that.
She announces that she did in the show that this is David Lee, my only straight dancer, and he simulates oral sex with her during a number called Government Hooker, the second number in the show.
I love
She's
that
on
song.
a desk, and she goes.
It was a great concert.
It was unbelievable. It's the largest concert ever produced.
Rod Stewart, you said sucked. You saw Rod Stewart.
He was okay.
Really? Even with all his new songs, he wasn't good?
He didn't do much new songs.
He doesn't have any new songs. That was a joke.
He doesn't.
I think he.
You know, but he's not.
It's not a great. It doesn't. What is it? Doesn't move around? What?
He's gotten up there in age.
Yeah,
a little bit.
He's going to be arrested for loitering in front of a band, I hear.
So what have you been doing? Sleep well?
I've been getting ready to do this show. I flooded my room. Tonight before I came here, I left the bathtub on and got busy doing other things. And I saw water coming into the other room. And when I ran into my bedroom, it was completely flooded. All the hardwood floors were wet, everything. And luckily, I had about 50 ShamWows. I'm not lying. I got them just like a week before, and they were sitting in my bathroom for some reason. A stack of ShamWows that big. So I got it cleaned up in about 30 seconds.
Wow.
Yeah. Otherwise,
that stuff works,
it
doesn't
would
it?
have taken a long time without those.
Yeah. You know, I saw Les Miserables. My favorite song is when they sing "I Dreamed a Dream."
I hate that show.
I know. But doesn't that song ever remind you of everything? I dreamed a dream. You ever dream a dream?
Yeah, I had a dream about you last night.
Really?
That's so weird.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
And then I'd bring up that song, and it turned out
you want to hear
he
it?
had a dream about me. Don't fall in love with me. I warned you. I'll break your heart.
It's a little late for that there. So listen to this. I had a dream about Bruce last night. Every night I have a dream about you practically. And
wow.
It's not just
Don't fall in love with me.
It's not just because you're laying in my arms. Which is nice. It's nice. We make popcorn. We spoon. And then we go antiquing. And we fork.
And then we go antiquing.
No, I had a dream that I died and I went to heaven.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's right there. That's it's a dream. So I go to heaven. There's a giant wall of clocks, and I look at all these clocks and I say to St. Peter, "What are all these clocks for?" And he said, "Well, they represent the lives of everybody on earth." And then just as he said that, one of the hour hands jumped forward, and I said, "What was that?" And he said, "Well, somebody on earth masturbated and they lost an hour of their life." And I'm saying, that's how you gauge it? You look at the clock and you can see that? And I said, where's Bruce's clock? And he said, come on in the kitchen, we use it as a fan. Isn't that weird?
That is weird. Do you know what time it is, though?
What?
It's time for the Wheel of Misfortune.
You know what? You're going to get sued. That's the theme to Lucy, and we get sued for that. All right, so. Yeah, well, he doesn't know. He thinks he's writing it as he's going, but he isn't. She's dead, but she's got lawyers that are alive, okay? Make something else
This is
up.
Dun,
dun, dun, dun, dun.
Oh, you can't do that.
Shit, no.
And you worked for Merv.
Yeah, well, I did work for Merv. Yeah. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to spin the wheel at the beginning of every show, and there's 3 categories. There's tricks, there's practical jokes, and there's sight gags. As you can see written on all of these different colors. I can't see it, but... Yeah, they all say tricks this week because we haven't planned.
No,
but,
we haven't. Yeah. But fate's usually on our side. You'll use your mind and it will land on tricks.
That's right. I think that we're going to hope that it's tricks because I didn't bring anything else.
We are screwed if it doesn't.
Yeah. And if it doesn't, that's a pretty good trick in itself because they all say, all right.
Let's give it some.
Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, let's spin. All right. And now let's turn the wheel. Trick, 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 trick. Trick! All right, watch this. Here's a good one. Well, you have to tie that on. We couldn't use fishing line. Okay, it's supposed to. Next week we'll be ready.
God, that fucker's heavy as hell.
A fat gay guy trying to exercise. Yeah.
Oh my.
You won't be dancing at Lady Gaga's. Is that going to stay there now? You can't watch this. Yeah. Is he in front? Yeah, you're on me. All right. Here's the trick I'm going to teach you. All right. Here's the trick I'm going to teach you. All right. No, that wasn't it. Here it is. Now, you got to check this out. Bruce, I might have to move over a little bit. All right, now watch this. I'm going to take my arm, and I'm going to actually start to turn it. This is about how far most people can go before you hear the snapping of the bones and such. I'm keeping going, keeping going. I keep going. I keep going. Now, that is impossible to do unless you stick around to the end, and then I'll show you how to do it.
We have a great show today.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. One of my favorite 2 people in the world, and certainly one of my 2 favorite people in magic, apart from you.
Yeah, well, thank you. They are the most respected act in probably in the whole magic community.
Absolutely.
This guy does it all. He does close-up magic, he does stage magic, and he's an all right comic magician.
And his work behind the scenes with everyone.
Well, let's just show him a clip. Let's just show him a clip of their show.
We can't get the rights to the...
We can't get the rights to it.
We got it.
Well, help me out here, too.
Look, I think we found a clip.
What are you doing? No.
Not now?
What are you going to do?
I found a clip.
Okay.
Is this gonna
you
work?
Can't fit them on your fat hands, can you?
They don't fit on my fat hands. Like little kid puppets.
That looks just like Pam. All right, they do a silent act. It's a silent act. It's not going to work. Let's just bring them out.
Okay. Well, we got to go take a break, and we'll bring them out.
All right, we'll take a break. Ladies and gentlemen, coming back to you soon with John and Pam Thompson.
Oh, hi. I'm Kelly Clinton. That stuff. I wonder if Joan Rivers is watching.
Oh, please. Oh, my God. Who cares?
I don't have a different one. You know who watches this show? Wayne Newton.
You got that right, Kelly. I think you're absolutely beautiful and talented young lady. 5, 6, 9, 12. Talking shit.
More camera time for me.
Hey, I wonder if Cher's watching.
Oh, please. I have so many other things to do. Woo!
Hi, I'm Kelly Clinton. I'm the host of Talk Tales, and you're watching the Vegas Video Network.
That was horrible.
Welcome back. This is Johnny Thompson. This is Pam. Are you all right? Yeah, Pam's jonesing right now. Not only because she's an addict, but because she misses her dogs. John and Pam are the best magicians still alive. He's the last of the great magic historians. When Johnny dies, you take all the secrets with you, basically. You tell just name a few people that you've consulted with besides Penn and Teller and Chris Angel.
Chris Angel,
Yeah.
Lance Burton.
It goes back to Lincoln, I think, doesn't it?
Yeah, Abe. I taught him. I taught him the bullet catch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You needed that like you needed a hole in the head. So, no, it's just funny because you go back so far with all these great magicians, and everybody who has, even the new magicians like Chris Angel, they want your advice, which is fantastic because they want to breathe new blood into their show, and you have new blood even though you're in an old body. So I'm sorry about that. I just call it like I see it. But
I have spells that could take away a man's sex life, but of course you have nothing to lose.
yeah, you're too late. No, I laugh, but that's true. No, it's just you started as an actress. You were an actress doing serious plays. You must have done over 50 plays in your life. Then somehow you got roped into being with a magician.
Roped is right.
Good move. Good move. So before you joined the act, you were doing a solo act, but you were also in a very famous rock band. Back then it was be a rock band, wouldn't it? The Harmonica Cats.
Yeah, it never was a rock band.
No, but in those days it would be considered like the hip.
Rocky, maybe, but not a rock band.
My dad was a fan of the Harmonica Cats and actually took lessons with one of the members of your band. I don't know how many people were in the Harmonica Cats.
3.
3?
I didn't start with them. They started in 1944. Their first big hit was 1947, which was Peg of My Heart, where normally a hit record was a million seller. Theirs was a 20 million seller.
Yeah.
And I joined them in 1950 when I was 16 years old.
You were in the Cello Cats before that, weren't you?
Yeah, probably. I've been in so many. Well, I was in so many harmonica groups.
So many harmonica groups.
Yeah, I was. I was with Born Minovich's Harmonica Rascals. It was then called Johnny Palaio's Harmonica Gang.
So there were a lot of harmonica groups.
But there was harmonica groups in the late 40s and in through the early 50s.
Those were fun times.
Harmonica bands, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I was with the Harp Hooligans, the Harmonica Hayseeds,
You're making this shit
the
up.
Three Reeds. No, I'm not. The Harmonica Cats, the Harmonica Jazz Quartet. Yeah.
Oh boy! Nowadays, there's only one. That's the Harmonic Cunts. And
I worked with them too.
Did you work with them? Yeah.
Sure.
See, they all come back to ask you for You've never. I made that up, and you made half of those up, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Wow.
Those were all groups I was actually with and recorded with.
Wow, that's amazing. But you also score music, and you do it all.
Orchestrated, yeah. I orchestrated for a lot of magicians.
But you
I
started as a sewer worker.
Well,
in
that's
Chicago.
true. That's the only job I ever had. I worked my way down the ladder.
And
of
that's
success.
where you met Pam. Just kidding. It's called Burn Unit. All right.
But it was about orchestrating. Yeah, I orchestrated Channing Pollock's music. I orchestrated music for Jay Marshall, Ricky Dunn, Norm Nielsen.
Wow.
And of course our own act.
Jay Marshall. We were talking about Jay. I was just telling somebody how we were at a sushi restaurant and he got up and tucked the tablecloth into the back of his pants like it was his shirt, and then just walked away and everything came spilling down on the floor.
Did it to us. We were in New Orleans, but he put it on, and I didn't realize. I thought it was a napkin. He was here, and he got up, and all the dishes.
Yeah, everybody's like, "Oh, that poor old guy," and he's doing it on purpose. It's when you're old, you can get away with shit.
He walked straight. Yeah, I'm planning, but he walked straight through the tablecloth into a wastebasket and just kept walking. You know,
yeah, he had some great gags. He had some wonderful gags. You do a silent act now, and I was going to ask
Part of it's silent.
Well, no, what do you mean part of it's on?
Well, the rest of the time I talk with a high-pitched Polish accent, remember? Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
but you say like 3 or 4 words, though, not through the whole thing.
Oh,
you know?
no, we do.
I got to watch your act. It's been like, I actually haven't seen it. But,
You know what? I think so.
what, that I've seen it?
No, that you haven't seen it.
Well, I'm copying it, basically. I've got a dumb assistant. I kill a bird. What makes you think I haven't seen your show?
You're the guy.
Yeah, I'm one of the hundreds of guys. But you got permission to do stuff when you were starting out, too. I mean, everybody has a hero, and you're a comic magician hero. You had a comic magician
You're
hero,
Carl
too.
Valentine.
No, before that. Before Carl. What was his name? I'm trying to think. That was your hero. You actually...
The smoking guy.
The smoking guy? Not Cardini. You're thinking of Cardini?
Yeah, Cardini.
No, Palmer.
No. Oh, Tom Palmer.
Palmer, yeah.
Oh, well, the story is there. I used to orchestrate for 2 comedians and conduct for them. And they got me back into magic. You know, they talked me into doing magic again. And they got booked into the Playboy Club in New York, and they wrote a review. And they said, you can be in the review and do comedy sketches with us, but your act has to be funny. So
That's a lot of pressure, isn't it?
yeah, but from nothing,
I
you
know.
know. So I ran to Tom Palmer, and Tom had just retired his act, and he said, well, you can have anything in my act. You got a year to run with it before I put it in book form, you know.
Yeah.
And
Are you going to do that?
no, I tried it. Oh, you mean am I going to put it out in the
Yeah,
book?
you're going to put your stuff out to...
No.
you're going to do it, yeah. Wait until he dies, you get everything. All right.
She's got everything now. I get $10 a week whether I need it or not.
$10 a week? That's ridiculous. How do you get that gig?
But yeah, so he said you can have, and you know what happened was I did it, but when you step in another man's shoes, you don't know what goes on in here and up here. The subtexting of why he does
He
things.
probably wants his shoes back is what's going on here.
So I was doing okay, but I wasn't getting a lot of laughs. And about 3 nights in, I was getting laughs the minute I walked out, and I didn't know what the heck was going on. And about 5 minutes in, the drummer went, "Psst, your fly's open." And I turned around and zipped, and I got such a laugh, and I came off stage and I said,
underwear.
oh, you heard about that too, huh? So I said to the 2 Greek comics, Louis and Christy, I said, I'm going to keep that in. They said, you're really going to do it? I said, yeah. And then a few nights later, I was getting laughs before they saw my fly was open, and I did about 55 minutes of an hour and 20-minute show, and I made all these costume changes, and I went out and had forgotten I had a brown shoe and a black shoe on.
I saw that. That was an accident?
Yeah, that was an accident.
That's great.
And,
so every accident is not a show.
Yeah, the bird defecation was an accident. So the whole act came about because I'm a bit of a fop and a lot of screw-ups.
See, I'm the same way, but when you flip the coin over, you can really do magic. Flip the coin over, I'm still a fop.
Not a flop, a fop.
No,
there's a difference.
Yeah, it kind of sucks. But you can do comedy magic, but then you can back it up. You know, it's nice to be able to back it up.
Well, you do pretty good, John.
I fooled you once.
You fooled me at Matt King's house.
I did, at Matt King's house.
In fact, I got to ask you to do that again because you fooled the heck out of me. I want to see.
I did it to Copperfield. He had no clue. I did it to you.
You did it to Penn.
Yeah, Penn Jillette, and he had a clue. He knew. He's so smart.
Oh.
I mean, you are too, but he sat there like looking at me, then he figured it right out.
Yeah, he did it for me the other night.
Did he do it for you?
Yeah,
it's an amazing trick.
Yeah.
Well, let's show it to him. No, let's not. All right.
You'll never know.
Yeah, it's a great trick, but it's to fool you and Copperfield probably is a highlight of my whole life because there's actually a show that you help Penn and Teller with.
Fool Us.
And the whole idea is for magicians to try to fool Penn and Teller, and if they do, they can come to their show and work with them in Vegas.
Yeah, they get to open for.
But are you the guy behind the scenes that figures out how they're doing it?
I'm the judge, and I'm the one who says if sometimes the boys think they know, and I have to say no. Do you
know beforehand what they're going to do?
No, most of the time I see a lot of them on camera for the first time, but a few times I get to rehearse with them.
Yeah, these kids, man, they're something else. They're like super breeds of magicians, and they just do moves that if
there's some very good
all your
magicians
friends,
out there.
Yeah, if all your friends were alive to see that, they would freak. Burn unit.
Well, I will tell you
didn't have
that
any
there
friends.
may be one less friend in the next few minutes.
I won't insult you anymore.
No,
Pam's turn.
I meant I may make you disappear completely.
Oh, really? You know what? He's old enough to have those mafia ties. So,
yeah,
right.
it.
So when you guys were doing heroin,
Yeah.
no, I should probably.
Oh, you saw us a minute ago?
Yeah, I was just talking, not a minute ago, back there with me.
Well, the rabbit was on.
Yeah.
We had nothing to do but that.
So Pam,
Yes. Oh,
you were in character.
I was.
I don't want to see you and Penny get in a fight again.
Oh.
Yeah. Remember that? It was so good.
Remember, and you wouldn't let us kiss?
Yeah, I get comparisons.
We were going to kiss and make up, and you said we
Me
couldn't.
and you were going to kiss? Oh, you and Penny were going to kiss.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I knew.
Yeah, hey.
Yeah, we stopped that.
Penny's out there. We could do it now.
Down, fella.
No, yeah. Penny is my assistant who plays a dumb character. There's not very many good ones. I mean, when you watch your face gestures, they're perfect. There's, and then I don't get to see Penny's ever, and I thought, well, she's all right. But when I watch her on the specials that we do, and I get to see it, she's really, really
And
brilliant.
an entirely different character that's funny, too.
Yeah, but there's not.
Somebody said to me one day, "There's a girl doing you," and she's right over with John.
I thought you were just kissing, but if there's a girl doing you, I want to see that.
Second.
Yeah, you can be on my shoulders. I don't care. We want to see that. Yeah, it's not that close. It's different.
No, it really
There's only
is.
three people that did it
so
right.
different.
There's Burns and Allen. There's you two, and there's us two. I think that's it, really.
true.
I don't think there's anyone else who got it.
That's absolutely
Yeah,
right.
and there's not a lot of people who got the comedy magic mixture quite right, like we did. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's true.
There's a lot of magicians.
There's got to be a
that
good
do-
blend.
Yeah, there's a lot of magicians that do a little comedy, a lot of comedians who do a little magic. But when you hit the right blend, you become rich and famous, right? That's it. We did it.
Maybe we didn't hit the right plan.
I don't know. We'll work on it. Don't worry.
I hit it and then I lost it. So I want to see some of the Johnny Thompson magic here on the table.
Okay.
If
Can
you
I
would
move the table a
you
little
can
bit?
demonstrate
Okay.
for us. Johnny Thompson's going to do magic, ladies and
Okay.
gentlemen.
Very good. Let's see if I can. Thank you. Well, I'll do a wonderful Chinese trick with Australian pennies and an American half dollar.
They own Australia anyway.
Yeah, but these are kind of strange-looking coins. They have a kangaroo on one side and Queen Elizabeth 50 years younger on the other side. And I'm going to show you a Chinese trick with them. I'm going to place 2 of these copper coins in this hand and a half dollar, and over here just 2 copper coins. What's in this hand, John?
This hand here, 2 copper coins.
No half dollar, right?
No half dollar.
Okay, what's here?
2.5
2 and a half, right? I'm going to keep my hands this far apart. You won't see it happen, but you'll hear it. See, these are gone. They're all over
Nice.
here.
Oh, did you see that?
I got it. The reflexes of a cat, yes.
Yeah, man. Ninja.
Let me get down to just 2 coins. If I were to take this half dollar and place it in my hand and reach up and reproduce it and show you it's gone,
Wow.
you'd have to
beautiful.
say that's clever sleight of hand, but it wasn't magic. But hold your hand palm upward. If I do it on your hand, when I put it in your hand, John, close your hand
Okay,
tightly.
yeah.
Allow me to get my fingers
right.
out. Turn your hand over. So you have a half dollar. There's a
Right.
copper penny. I'm going to count to 3, snap my fingers, and they're going to change places. You won't see it happen.
All right.
You won't feel it happen.
All right.
But I guarantee it will happen. Watch. 1, hold on tightly. Don't let go. What do you have in your hand?
Half dollar.
What do I have?
Copper.
2. You haven't let go of that, have you? You still have
I hope so.
a half dollar?
Yeah.
I have a penny.
I got the half dollar.
3, look at. I have the half dollar.
What?
Open your hand. You have the penny.
Unbelievable. Wow.
And Maybe I'll do a card trick for you.
You gonna pull a rope out of that? Oh, that's
no,
such a good old
I
gag.
don't do your material.
That's not my material. I stole that from Harry Anderson.
Oh, well, I don't do his material either.
Oh, you should. It's good stuff. No, I'm just saying. That's where I got half my stuff.
So as you can see, that's a regular pack of playing cards. Now, John, what I'm going to ask you to do is just remove one and show it to the camera. I'll look the other way. It's okay. I've seen the trick before.
All right. Okay. I'm showing it to this camera here.
All right. Have you done that?
Camera here. Yes, I have.
Okay. Here, just as I do this, just say stop.
Stop.
Okay. Put your card there. Now, there are many ways to mix cards. Some people just cut them like that, but that only mixes them in big blocks. And if you play poker, you probably shuffle cards like this. Sometimes you cut them, sometimes you don't. If you go to the casinos, they mix them on a table like this. And besides straight cuts, like so, they also do these. These are called running cuts. But if you really want to mix them, you take half the deck and turn it face up, the other half face down. When they get mixed together, they're not only going to be mixed in and out, they're also going to be mixed up and down as well, and you can see that. So I'll give them a little bit of a cut, and maybe some of these run cuts too, like so. Now, some cards are face up, some are face down, some are back to back, face to face. I didn't get lucky and cut to your card, did I?
Nope.
Oh, hell, then I'm going to have to try a little harder.
You can fix this in post.
Okay. Watch, John. Now the cards are face up, face down, back to back, face to face. I snapped my fingers. Did you see anything happen?
No.
That's because it's only a rehearsal. All right, this time I'll cast a shadow. Did you see anything happen?
I saw your shadow being casted.
Okay, well, that caused the magic to happen. Remember, they're face up, face down, back to back, and face to face. What was the name of your card?
Ace of Spades.
See, they all straightened out except for
Holy
one card.
Shit.
Your card, the
That's
Ace
so
of
cool.
Spades. Now,
it's easy to be a magician once you know the secret.
yes, and I know the secret.
Marshall Brodino.
Yes. Well, I did all the instructions for
I know.
TV
Yeah,
magic
I know.
cards.
We used to. Me and my sister watched those all the time, and we used to always say it's easy once you know the secret. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
but
at one time, the NBA, National Broadcasting Association, they wouldn't allow him to do his own commercials because they said, you're like a ball player. A ball player can pitch Gillette razor blades, but not baseballs or bats. So they said, you can't do. So we put some gold highlights in my hair, shot me from a little distance. I did produced a bird, because he has blonde hair, and I produced a bird. I did a levitation, a few things, and then they'd cut to Marsh and say, you don't have to be a professional magician to do magic once you know the secret. And that way he didn't say he was a magician, but we inferred that it was him.
Really? Marshall can't do magic?
No, he can, but the NBA wouldn't let him because of that rule.
Can I show you a trick?
Yes.
With your cards? I'm going to shuffle your cards, which is, you know what? I should probably take them out of the box first. I missed two.
Tell a joke, John. Tell a joke.
Wait. Name a card.
Nine of hearts.
Name a card.
9 of aces.
You would have fucking freaked out if those were the cards.
No shit, yes.
So awesome.
But
there is no God.
Knowing your material, I knew they wouldn't be. So.
John.
Burn unit.
That's what you said. It's the burn unit.
I fucking hate. At this moment, I fucking hate you all. Can I give you a quiz?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to see how smart you guys are. All right. This is a quiz I give to everybody. All right.
Yeah.
It's just a multiple choice.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Ready? Stevie Wonder can't read because he's
blind.
Very good. Very good. All right, here's another one. What's the difference between a Mexican and an elevator?
I don't know.
Anyone?
One of them works.
No, one's, well. That's horrible. That is horrible. That is horrible.
That is a Republican.
No. That's so bad. The answer is an elevator can raise a child. Oh!
I think it's just another variation of that joke.
I don't even.
What's the name of the dog on the Brady Bunch?
I have no idea.
Alice. Come on, that's easy.
That's amazing.
What's the name of the pig on Green Acres? Ava Gabor.
Oh,
Not Zsa Zsa Gabor.
you act like I've seen those shows.
Okay, your era. What was Ronald Reagan's chimp? The name of Ronald Reagan's chimp?
Bonzo?
No, Nancy.
Oh.
That was so easy.
God,
Still alive. Be careful.
after one,
I know.
this is bad.
Well, you guys,
This is bad.
it's been really fun having you guys on, and this is actually you've been my guest before on another show.
Yes, that never aired, but and this one may not either. Oh no, this is live. Okay. Burn unit.
No. We had to do the show over again because
What was that?
I'm not going to go for that. Don't
Oh,
even fucking
shit.
try that. Are you serious? You were going to do this to me?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That was a nice try.
You better fix your microphone.
I'm not going for it. I'm not going for it.
All right. Yeah. No, we had to do the show over again, and I was kind of glad that we were going to do the show over because you guys weren't real funny on the first one.
I was glad too.
No. It's been an honor, and Johnny, I had a little film I made for you, but I'll show it to you later. It's because it's got Pam and a donkey, but we don't want to show it on.
I've
no,
seen
she's
it.
not fucking the donkey.
No, the donkey's fucking
Yeah,
her?
right,
Okay.
He can do it. It's your husband.
Yeah.
Are you guys officially married?
No.
Really? You guys
No,
you never
she's
got
married to the donkey. So,
Well, yeah.
well, of course.
Yeah.
You guys never got married.
No.
Of course, we're married.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What do you mean, of course we're married? Those young kids nowadays.
Absolutely, young man.
Wait, I want to give you, watch this. What's the name of the website that you did your video on? He just made a music video.
You go to YouTube and just look for the Great Tomsoni and Company, and it's called This Time I've Got It.
Yeah.
Or as I said, This Time I've Got It.
And then, yeah.
Yeah,
He does
yeah.
a killer bars. But the guy who wrote the song actually wrote the Monster Mash, correct?
No, the guy who wrote the song wrote Let's Hang On, Working My Way Back to
Just
You,
go with the
Lover's
fucking Monster
Concerto.
Mash. Just go with the Monster Mash.
Yes.
Different guy.
Oh, all right. But he wrote the Monster Mash. Fucking.
No, but he got inspired by the
Johnny,
Monster Mash.
Oh, he was inspired by the Monster
Yes.
Mash. So then he wrote it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So watch this. Oh!
That was
And you produced a close-up pad. How the hell did you do that?
This is for magicians who menstruate. That's what.
No, it's masturbate. Masturbate.
Why do you need that, Johnny? I'm kind of curious. Why would you put that underneath?
Why would I put that underneath?
So that
Because
you can do some tricky stuff?
no, so that when if you shuffle on a
It's tricky stuff,
on a
right?
table, you need a little cushion. That's why they have the green bays in the casinos.
Let me show you something, Johnny. Yeah, you do need the cushion. You're
You're
right.
damn right.
I helped you on that one.
I know you
All
did.
right.
Thank you.
So, well, look up the Monster Mash, it's called. And
It's called This Time I've Got It.
Pam, you want one more question before we leave? Oh, it's on camera. He's got it.
Oh, yes, my word.
This is great working in a studio.
Yeah.
Even though we don't have audio, but we at home,
They're hearing it
do
at
it,
home.
sing to it. You know where? Lip sync.
Well, I have to see where we are in the song.
All right.
And I can't carry
Now
that.
you know.
Gravity and
You want me to do it? I've seen it a lot. I can do
Okay.
it. All right. And I'll do it for you, right? You did the Monster Mash.
No,
I'm the one who wrote the Monster Mash.
no, it's not the Monster Mash.
Johnny, you look good. And is Pam in the video?
Yes,
Where?
I was just
just in there while you were doing the
Why
Monster
isn't she one of
Mash.
the girls in the back?
Because she can't dance.
Ever?
Ever.
Ever. And sing.
Can you?
Of course I can.
Let's do it. No, we'll do it later. All right. Well, thank you guys for coming out. It's been
Well.
nice to have you. Ladies and gentlemen, John and Pam Thompson.
Thank you, guys. Johnny, thank you, pal.
All right. We're going to go to a break.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
We don't have to get.
3, 2, 1. Oh, I need to come up with something funny to say.
gee.
3, 2, 1. Wow. But the co-host. Really, I have to say watching. Well, I'm doing.
That's how you do it. They're
Really?
watching. There
Okay.
you go.
I got it. We
We are the Odds Couple.
Hi, my name is Scott Pritchard.
And I am Anthony Padilla.
You're watching the Vegas Video Network.
You are.
You are, we are too.
This is David Ivey from Pub Crawl. It's funny because it's David from. You should just leave it on. Hi, I'm David Ivey from Pub Crawl, and you're watching the Vegas Video Network. And scene. And Johnathan, we're back.
Fucking live TV, man.
Yeah.
Live TV.
That was incredible.
What was incredible? Johnny and Pam?
Johnny and Pam, yeah.
I thought you meant doing blow. I'm like,
No.
There's more.
I don't do that. Now,
John and Pam, yeah, what the best guests ever.
but
man.
we've got, as promised, you get to learn how to do the tricks that you taught in the beginning.
Johnny, where are you going? You sneaking out with your briefcase?
Hang out in the audience.
Why you got a briefcase? You got your stuff in there, your gear.
I didn't know how much time you needed.
All right. Pam.
I'm just going with them.
All right. With your dogs?
Got somebody with the car started already.
Yeah, they behaved. Her dogs behaved. Usually her dogs are all out. All right. Here it is. I'm going to teach you how to do the trick where you turn your arm all the way around. Now, before you start, I'm going to give you another little hint here. Take a rubber band and wrap it around your arm so it makes like it looks like your arm's been twisted. That way when you're done doing the trick, you lift your sleeve up and it really looks freaky. All right, so you think you're just starting like this. This is what everybody thinks, but you're not. The trick is you're starting like this. You wear long sleeves, they won't see where your elbow is in conjunction. So you start like this. All right, they don't know that. They think you're starting like that. So in order to do that, oh, look, an eclipse of the sun, and then bang. All right. Oh, I was wrong. It's just a fat guy. All right. So you pick this hand up, and you start to push it around and around and around. Then you bring your hand over, and you start pulling it around and around. And then if you turn your body half a turn, you can actually go all the way around one half more time. That is a freak-out trick, which should be able to get you laid in any bar.
Yeah.
Because if you can do that, then you can do this. Right?
Right.
Well, thank you all.
Well, you can email us.
Yeah, if you want to get a hold of us, do this. There's 3 ways to do it. Actually, there's 4 ways to do it. Right?
Okay.
Carrier pigeon doesn't really
I
work.
didn't remember that one.
Email. You can email us. There's 2 ways. On-air queue at Burn Unit TV. You can see it on your screen. Then you can do voicemail. If you go to VVN's website, right there, there's a click tab right on it says voice recorder. You can click on that on the right-hand side of your screen, the little red tab, and you can leave a voice message, which we will hear. The 3rd way is live chat. You can write in at any time during the live show, and that's the 3 ways. So do it. Write us. We want to hear from you and see what you thought.
And our next show coming up is fabulous with the amazing Calvita.
Yeah.
And Andrew S.
Swing Shift Sideshow, the best freak show in the world.
Called Freaks that was here in Las Vegas.
Next week they'll be here, and visually stunning stuff that they will do.
You will not believe your eyes. You're going to see that.
She can actually walk through his body. Have you seen that one?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Very cool.
I lied. They can't do that, but they'll do some pretty freaky stuff.
They'll work on it though for next week.
Yeah. Here's one thing they can't do either. Or this. This one, they won't do this one. Because they're pussies.
Yeah, that sounds like a challenge.
We'll teach that trick next week. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on Burn Unit. Good night, everybody. Thanks to John and Pam Thompson.